If you learn how to make the right deal, your whole life can change. I mean it. Everything from your career to your finances, even your personal relationships can transform overnight. The ability to negotiate and close a deal is one of the most powerful skills you can ever learn. Think about it. Why do so many people fail in business? Is it because they don't work hard? No, most of them work incredibly hard. The real reason is that they don't know how to make a good deal. They leave money on the table, they give away their power, and they end up with agreements that don't serve them. But what if I told you there's a simple formula, proven process that smart, successful people use to close powerful deals every single time? It's not magic, and it's not complicated. It's a skill. And today, I'm going to break it down for you, step by step, so you can start using it immediately. The very first step, before you even think about walking into a negotiation, is to know your value. This is the foundation of everything. Before you enter any deal, you need to ask yourself two critical questions. What exactly am I offering, and why does it matter to the other person? You need to have an unshakable understanding of your worth. Most people undervalue themselves. They get nervous, they downplay their skills, and they enter the conversation from a position of weakness. Successful dealmakers do the opposite. They never underestimate themselves. They understand what they bring to the table, whether it's a unique skill, a valuable product, or a creative solution. And when they speak, they do it clearly, confidently, and with purpose. They don't just say what they do. They communicate the value behind it. This isn't about being arrogant. It's about being clear. If you don't believe in the value you're offering, how can you expect anyone else to? So, do your homework. Write down your strengths, your unique selling points, and the tangible benefits you provide. Internalize it. Own it. When you walk into that room knowing your value, you've already set the stage for success. The second principle is a bit counterintuitive, but it's one of the most powerful secrets of master negotiators. Listen more than you talk. We often think that a great negotiator is someone who has all the right words, who can talk their way through any situation. The truth is, the best negotiators are the best listeners. They speak less and listen more. Why? It's because the more you listen, the more you understand what the other person truly wants. People will tell you everything you need to know if you just give them the space to do it. They'll reveal their fears, their desires, their hidden motivations, and their biggest pain points. If you know their real need, not just what they say they want, but what they truly need to already win half the deal. While the other side is talking, you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You're gathering intelligence. You're connecting the dots. You're identifying the key that will unlock the entire negotiation. So, shut your mouth and open your ears. Ask open-ended questions and then just listen. The information you'll gain is far more valuable than anything you could say. Now for the third rule, and this is a big one, never ever show desperation. Desperation is the ultimate deal killer. The moment the other person senses that you need this deal more than they do, you've lost all your leverage. Desperation destroys deals, but confidence builds them. No matter how much you want or need the outcome, you have to project an aura of calm, controlled confidence. Stay calm. Take your time. Don't rush to fill every silence. People respect someone who isn't afraid to walk away. This is crucial. Your ability to walk away from a bad deal is your greatest source of power. If you're willing to say no, thank you, and leave the table, it shows that you value yourself and your offer. It signals that you won't settle for less than what you deserve. This posture makes the other party respect you more, and often it makes them want to work with you even more. So, breathe. Slow down. Remember that this one deal is not the end of the world. There will always be other opportunities. Maintain your composure, and you'll maintain your power. The fourth element is about reframing the entire goal of the negotiation. Successful deal is never one-sided. It's not about you winning and them losing. The real formula for a deal that sticks, a deal that builds relationships, is a win-win solution. You win, they win. That's the magic formula. When you approach a negotiation with the mindset of how can we both get what we want, it completely changes the dynamic. It stops being a battle and starts being a collaboration. Your job is to figure out a way for both people to leave the table feeling like they got a great outcome. When you can frame your offer not as something you want, but as a solution that benefits them, the deal becomes almost impossible to refuse. Think about their perspective. What would make this a win for them? Maybe it's a better price, a faster delivery, or an extra service. When you genuinely care about their success as well as your own, you build trust. And trust is the currency of all great deals. Stop thinking about taking and start thinking about giving. Find that sweet spot where everyone wins. Now let's talk about the tools you use to get there. Rule number 5 is to ask powerful questions. The person who asks the questions controls the conversation. Instead of making statements, start asking strategic questions that guide the discussion in the direction you want it to go. But these aren't just any questions. They are questions that get to the heart of the matter. For example, instead of guessing what they want, ask directly, what's the most important thing for you in this deal? Or, to position yourself as a problem solver, ask, what is the biggest challenge you're facing right now that I can help solve? Another great one is, if this deal were perfect, what outcome are you hoping for? These questions do a few things. First, they force the other person to think clearly about their own needs. Second, they give you invaluable information. And third, they put you in the driver's seat. You're no longer just reacting. You're directing the flow of the negotiation. Asking powerful questions is like having a map and a compass in a dense forest. It helps you navigate directly to your destination. Okay, this next step is the secret sauce. It's a high-level technique that most people don't know or are too afraid to use. Rule number 6. After you make your offer, stay silent. This is pure psychological genius. Here's how it works. You've listened, you've understood their needs, you've framed a win-win solution, and now you present your offer. You state your terms clearly and confidently, and then you stop talking completely. No, what do you think? No, is that okay? No nervous rambling to fill the space? You say your piece, and then you are silent. That silence is incredibly powerful. It creates pressure. It shifts the focus entirely onto the other person. They are now compelled to respond. In that silence, they will review the offer in their head. They might feel awkward or uncomfortable, and their natural instinct will be to break the silence. And very often, the first person to speak after the offer is made loses. Let them be the one to speak. Let them process it. In that pressure, in that quiet moment of decision, people often accept the deal. Master the art of the strategic pause, and you'll be amazed at the results. Finally, you've reached the end. They've accepted your offer, but it's not over just yet. The final step is to close with confidence. Don't let the moment fizzle out with an awkward "okay, great." You need to cement the agreement. When they agree, you take control one last time and say something clear and definitive, like, "Fantastic. I'm glad we're on the same page." So, just to recap, here's what we've both agreed on. Then you repeat the main points of the deal in simple, clear words. This prevents any future misunderstandings. It confirms that both parties have the same understanding of the agreement. It shows professionalism and leadership. After you've summarized the terms, you seal it. Shake hands firmly, make eye contact, and smile. Done. The deal is closed. This confident, clean finish leaves a lasting positive impression and solidifies the relationship for the future. So there you have it. It's the 7 steps to closing a powerful deal. Let's quickly review them. Know your value. Listen more than you talk. Never show desperation. Create a win-win solution. Ask powerful questions. Stay silent after your offer and close with confidence. I want you to understand that deal-making is not some innate talent that people are born with. It's not magic. It's a skill. Skill that anyone can learn, practice, and master, including you. Start with small things. Try negotiating your phone bill or a price at a flea market. Practice these steps in low-stakes situations. As your confidence grows, you'll start closing better deals, bigger deals faster than you ever imagined. Your life really can change when you learn how to make a good deal. Thanks so much for watching. If you got value from this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next video.